Sisters star Amy Slatton pleads guilty to simple possession after zoo arrest. There is a development in Amy Slatton's legal journey. £1,000 following the £1,000. Sisters star's September arrest at a Tennessee zoo. Amy has pleaded guilty to simple possession as part of a plea deal submitted to the Crockett County Courthouse in Tennessee, according to court documents obtained by E! News. The filing also notes that the charges against Amy, who shares kids aged Dion Halterman, 4, and Glenn Allen Halterman, 2, with ex-husband Michael Halterman, for child abuse and child endangerment were dismissed. According to Action News 5, which reported from the courtroom, Judge Paul Conley sentenced Amy and Brian Scott Lavorne, whom she was arrested with, to 2 years of supervised probation. In addition to paying a $1,000 fine and attending an alcohol and drug assessment, per the outlet, Amy is also not permitted to have any contact with the Tennessee Safari Park Zoo, meaning she won't spend any time behind bars. E! News has reached out to law enforcement and for comment but has not yet heard back. Amy and Brian were arrested in September at the Alamo, Tennessee Zoo after police received a call that Amy had been bitten by a camel. Upon arrival, a statement from the local Crockett County Sheriff's Department said at the time, deputies were immediately overtaken by suspicious odors coming from the guest's vehicle. The statement also noted, "The charges and allegations referenced in this release are merely accusations of criminal conduct and not evidence. The defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt and convicted through due process of law." In an additional update, the department reported that Amy was allegedly in possession of marijuana and illegal mushrooms, both of which were in plain sight in her vehicle, before she and Brian were taken into custody. At the time, a law enforcement source told People that Amy's sister Tammy Slatton, with whom Amy co-stars on the series, arrived to the zoo to pick up her sister's children. After being taken into custody, Amy and Brian were released on a $10,000 bond on September 3 and were seen holding hands as they were picked up by Amy's brother Chris Combs, according to law enforcement source. While Amy has not commented publicly on her arrest and legal troubles, she has previously been candid about the ways she relies on Tammy during challenging times, as has often been seen on £1,000. This season on the show, you will see that Tammy let me move in with her, Amy told E! News in December 2023. "Sisters. She gave me and my kids a place to be safe. All my siblings have been there for me with whatever I needed." £1,000 Sisters star pleads guilty to drug charges after arrest in Tennessee. A reality star from the show £1,000 Sisters and Webster County native, pleads guilty to drug charges following a September arrest at a West Tennessee safari park. Amy Slatton Halterman and Brian Lavorne were arrested after Crockett County, Tennessee Sheriff's deputies responded to a report that Halterman was bit by a camel at the park. When deputies arrived, they say they discovered marijuana and illegal mushrooms in the pair's vehicle, where children were inside. They must also pay a $1,000 fine, complete an alcohol and drug assessment and complete a state-certified parenting class. The pair was sentenced to over 11 months on the charges. Sisters Amy Slatton takes plea deal, pleads guilty to simple possession 3 months after arrest. £1,000. Sisters star Amy Slatton has taken a plea deal and pleaded guilty to simple possession 3 months after her arrest that took place following an incident at a zoo. Amy, 37, pleaded guilty in a plea deal submitted to the Crockett County Courthouse in Alamo, Tennessee, on Thursday, December 19, according to Us Weekly. The personality received a sentence of 11 months and 29 days to time served, which means she won't spend time behind bars. Additionally, Amy was ordered to pay a $500 fine and attend an alcohol and drug assessment. Another condition is that she cannot have any contact with the Tennessee Safari Park, where she was arrested. Her additional charges of child abuse and child endangerment were dismissed, according to the report. Amy was arrested on September 2 after officials responded to a call about a zoo guest that had reportedly been bitten by a camel. Upon arrival, deputies were immediately overtaken by suspicious odors coming from the guest's vehicle, the police department shared on its official Facebook page at the time. Officials also confirmed that she was arrested on illegal possession of Schedule I, illegal possession of Schedule V, and 2 counts of child endangerment. Following the incident, Amy was taken to the ER for medical attention before she was taken into custody. She was later released on a. Amy was with a man named Brian Scott Lawvorn during the incident, and he was arrested on the same charges. Both Amy and Brian initially pleaded not guilty to the drug possession and child endangerment charges, and Thursday's filing states that she ultimately pleaded guilty to the lesser charge. In addition to Brian, she and ex-husband Michael Halterman's 2 children, sons Gage, 4, and Glenn, 2, were also in the car during the incident. While Amy's case is now settled, Brian's case has not yet been resolved. In light of the arrests, the Department of Children and Family Services became involved in the case to make sure that her sons were not in danger or harmed during the incident. While Amy has remained relatively quiet about the arrest, In Touch exclusively reported that she was having a difficult time following her divorce from Michael, 42. He filed for dissolution of marriage with children against Amy in March 2023, and their divorce was finalized in October of that year. Amy has been trying to put on a positive face and move forward without Michael, but she's really struggling, an insider told In Touch in November. It was a huge shock to everyone when she was arrested for possession of marijuana and magic mushrooms a couple of months ago, and her friends and family are pointing fingers at Brian. The source added that Brian is new in her life and no one in her inner circle trusts him at all. The source continued, "Worry he's taking advantage of her because she's still very vulnerable. The feeling is that he's a bad influence and she's not thinking straight.